Assalamualaikum and good morning. So there are three questions from the VLSI Lab that we need to perform the vending machine system. So the first question is, describe how the vending machine is supposed to work. So basically the vending machine is starting to work when the system is receive the coins or the cash from the customer. So for example, the customer insert the 30 cents or 20 cents to the system. So and then the system will accumulate the coin, and then the will accumulate the coin until the coin inserted is enough for the price of items that already set by the system in the system. So after the coin inserted is enough for the price of the items, the indicators such as LED will bright up to show that the items are ready to be chosen. And then if the customer press the items, then the items will release, and then the system is done. But if the customer want to insert another coin, so the system will keep accumulate until the coin inserted is enough to get to compare to the another items which is great, which is the price of the items is greater. So after that, after the coin is inserted, after the another coin is inserted, the another items will the LED of the another items will bright up. So finally the customer have the option to choose the items, which is whether then the customer want to choose the previous item or to want to choose the latest item, which is more which is highest price than the previous items. So if customer keep press the previous item, and then the system will release, and it also returns the balance because the coin inserted is larger than the price of the previous item. But if the customer press the largest item, and then the system will release the largest item, and the system is done. And the second question is, do you think FPGA is the best hardware for this to solve this problem? So in this lab, we use the simple microcontroller. The microcontroller consume less memory, and it require less bit to work. For example, it use 8 bit and 32 bits. So it is inefficient in terms of power and speed. So it can only use for the simple project or simple system. But the FPGA is much better because it can reprogrammable, flexible, fast, and good in power consumption. Besides, FPGA can reprogram without need to change the whole architecture of the system, and it can provide more functions than the microcontroller. So the final question is, what is the advantage of ASM to document this project? So ASM, or the algorithmic state machine, is a method to designing finite state machine. Basically, ASM is easy to understand and more structured because ASM is more like the flowchart. So the another advantage of ASM is it can best to describe for the both combinational block and the sequential circuits. For example, if the vending machine system for the control unit at the certain state has two options that the system need to be choose. So it is suitable to use the ASM method because the system can set the the highest priority, because the ASM contain have the conditional block. So the system can set which is more priority according to the system working. And finally ASM is more advantage rather than FSM. Thank you.